trying to get over wife's affair, but ready to give up. Story 1. To make a very long story short, my wife had an affair last year. She didn't confess. I had suspicions of an emotional affair, and after 2 confrontations she finally trickle-truthed me. On a whim, and having read a lot about this sort of thing, I pressed. I found out way more than I wanted to. Lots of lies, nights at work that weren't really nights at work, etc. I immediately went apocalypse mode, filed for separation, and asked her to leave the house. That lasted for a couple days. I quickly realized what she was doing to herself, and when she got sick at her hotel, her mother wouldn't make the trip to pick her up. So I did. Took her to urgent care, and then I ended up letting her come back home. In the last year, we've spent a lot of time and effort working, and to her credit, she has come a long way. She went from being completely passive to engaged and communicative, and she pulls her weight around the house. I feel like I have a partner again. Unfortunately, something's missing. She fundamentally changed herself in my heart, and I don't know how to work around that. It's just different now. I think back to the desperate struggling I did with trying to fix things leading up to, during, and after the affair, and I think about the way she was handling it. She treated me with zero respect, lied to me, and was even going to let me make a huge career decision in order to try and fix a marriage she had already violated. There were times, as things got worse, that I wanted a way out and nearly left anyhow, but I was committed to the idea that things would get better, that I wouldn't be the one to give up. So now, after working weekly with a therapist for a few months, I think I know what I want to do. I want to leave. I also don't want to hurt her. I'm worried that maybe something will magically change once I've drawn that line, though, and suddenly I'll realize it was a mistake. I care for her, and it's frightening to think of the void after having this life partner for 8 years suddenly disappear. At 34, re-entering the dating pool is also intimidating as well. I'm at this sort of impasse and trying to overcome the inertia, but the cold reality is that I think I'm with her because I'm afraid to start over. Afraid that, ultimately, this is something most any marriage will have to deal with. Meanwhile, I feel like life is passing me by, and the life we're leading at home together seems hollow. If anyone has been through something similar, I'd love to hear your thoughts or experiences. Redditors' reactions. Redditor 1, but the cold reality is that I think I'm with her because I'm afraid to start over. Do not let fear run your life. Plenty of great things have emerged from facing fear and doing it anyhow. If you want to leave, you can leave anytime. You tried and gave her a chance more than she deserved after how she treated you. Nothing says that you still have to stay, just BC you were willing to try. She destroyed this, not you. I also don't want to hurt her. You may hurt her, but it will pale in comparison to her hurting you. Be honest, be fair, be amicable. That is all that is required of you. Redditor 2, get out while you can. What she does after you leave is no longer your responsibility. You owe this for your own sake. Redditor 3, I know how you feel. Look at my handle. Part of why I've stayed is out of fear. There's a lot of other good reasons that I've stayed as well, including kids. The smallest reason why I stayed is that I love her still. The thing is, I definitely don't feel the same about her, but it is what it is and I'm willing to stay married. Story 2. Cheating fiancé right after she told me about all her childhood trauma. My ex and I were together for about 3 years when she got a new city job. We've been struggling together for a while after the pandemic about a month and a half ago. Where she met a guy who plays the guitar, goes to the gym more, yada yada, all that stuff. Now I've had my suspicions for about the entire time, but I finally 100% found out last week. When I confronted her, she just got up and ran. Didn't talk to me and refuses to do a face-to-face conversation about it. The most we've talked about was for us to take a break to work on ourselves for the better. She apparently took that as a blessing to completely forget about me and our dog we got together, who she loves more than anything, to go run off with this new guy. She has asked me for money, car help, to help her swap her shower head at her mom's house where she's supposed to be staying, but let's be real, she probably sleeps in his bed more than anywhere, and I stupidly helped out a little bit. I asked her that if we are going to work through this I need her to drop him completely. I think him being fair here, and yet she still goes to his place, She's been looking up San Diego Zoo prices. Her Google account is still on my phone, so it pops up in search history, so obviously she has no intention on ever speaking to me again, and I just don't know how to handle anything anymore. She finally let me know all of her childhood trauma, what her father did to her in all its detail, and ever since I learned that, it seems she decided to disconnect with me and find a new guy who doesn't know about it and will probably not tell him. I feel like she has absolutely destroyed me and everything we had for a guy she met a ducking month ago. I'm stuck between I hope she's happy now and I hope he breaks her heart. I'm so proud of her for finding therapy for her trauma, but yet I think she's been skipping it in favor of ducking him. I hate that I think I hate her now because I know I still love her. I just hate this, all of this. Redditors' reactions. Redditor 1, it's a hard blow to take, but now you know. Move on. Easy to say and hard to do, but hear me. A new girl will give you back your feeling of self-worth. Don't fall for a rebound relationship, but take it as a stepping stone. Good luck. Redditor 2, the absolute best thing you can do for yourself is cut all ties. Completely cut her out of your life, and move on. You don't love her, you love the person you thought she was. And she definitely doesn't love or respect you. Consider yourself lucky you dodged a bullet. And when her current boy toy dumps her ass, and she comes crawling back to you, do not take her back. It would be the absolute worst mistake you could possibly make. Redditor 3, go to complete no contact, she abandoned you. Redditor 4, why do you still love her? She is not the person you fell in love with. She is a manipulator who has zero respect for you. Come on, bro. You know it's over. Move on. I see for you. Begin your healing process. You dodged a bullet. Please NC with her. And when she comes back saying that it was all a mistake, that she is sorry and that you are the love of her life. Remember this feeling that you have now. Good luck op. Redditor 5, just go full no contact and block her everywhere. This girl should not come back because she is damaged and you are bearing the pain. No more favors, guitar guy can help. Log out of her accounts and move on with your life. Please do not hold out hope because she will just do it again. Redditor 6, okay, so it sounds like you are doing favors for a woman who is actively living with someone else? This is pretty simple. If you are going to be that passively accommodating, you are going to get cheated on. I am sorry to be so harsh, but these are just facts, and the facts are harsh. At the end, you hope she is happy? To be blunt, you are way too nice and you will attract people who will cheat on you going forward. This is a symbiotic dynamic where people who have the propensity to cheat look for people who, once they cheat on them, are still helping out and wishing them well. This is just not good for you. You sound like maybe you are codependent, and you might want to read the book Codependency No More. Thing is, you are not being good or honorable by actively accepting abuse. You have a moral responsibility to protect the innocent, even if the innocent is yourself. Again, I am sorry to be so blunt with you, but even if you don't see it, you deserve better.